Good morning, everybody, and welcome back. My name is Joel, and this is A Stable Life. Taking a look around the horses, as you guys can see, the beginning of fall has arrived at our stable. Looking at a few of the trees, we can see the trees are starting to get those colors here and there. All of the horses have sheets on, and we have been getting an absolute metric ton of rain. And that is by no means an over-exaggeration. I don't know the exact numbers of how much rain we've gotten. I'm looking forward to taking a look at the rain gauge, but we just had a tropical storm come through. No damage, thankfully, but a lot of rain. And because of that rain, we have lots of treatment we're working on with the horses. Today is Tuesday, which is our manure day. However, because the tropical storm has just swept through and all of that rain was dumped, we kept the horses in the barn overnight during the heaviest parts of the rain, which means that for Monday morning, which is when Gavin feeds, all of the horses were in their stalls. So they all got turned out and got to go enjoy those pastures. And Gavin single-handedly cleaned every single stall in this barn. And while he was cleaning the stalls, he also emptied all the muck buckets. Meaning that today, which is normally manure day, isn't manure day. Yesterday was. So that's awesome. Gavin, you rock. You are absolutely an incredible man. Thank you so much for all of your hard work. We have some more big news. Tucker has moved. Tucker is in Doc's old stall. I have said this in a past video, but I noticed a couple comments asking about it. Doc's is no longer at our horse stable, and out of respect for his owner, I did not answer any questions in regards to why he left or where he went, but that we hope that Doc's and his owner are doing well in their endeavors. Tucker moved over to this stall because it's a nice wide door frame, nice big stall. It allows us to work on our construction over here. Now that this wall is getting put back in, this stall is back to its regular size. This wall looking great, looking nice, not finished. Don't think we're gonna get to that today though, because today we've got something special happening. We'll talk about that later in the video. For now, you guys know the drill. I need to get measuring out so we can look at these horses. With grain and hay all taken care of, we've now reached donkey time, which is always exciting. Let's go out and see how Buster and Rocky are doing. With today being manure day, you guys are well aware that Gavin is always here to help us. But because of his hard work yesterday, we told him that he could have the day off today. He well deserves it. So he's gonna have the next couple days off, which is good. He deserves it. Let's see how the donkeys are doing. Hey, Rocky. Good morning. Where's Buster? 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 Where you at, Buster? There's Buster. Hey, guys. Is there a honeybee asleep on you? Wow. Yeah, there is. Okay, well, we'll let him chill. Now, taking a look at the horses, I think I only see one with a loose strap. That's George. Yeah, this herd looks good other than that. Hey, Roni. Hey, Jack. Hey, Rebel. Hey, George. And something that's pretty nice that you guys will notice is if you take a listen, no fans. That's right, it's actually gotten cool enough that all the fans are off, which is awesome. It gets things nice and quiet in the stable. It's nice. Oh, there's Wade. So anxious. Oh, well, Poncho, looks like you got a little bit of a conundrum out there. So to prevent his blanket from being ripped, we're gonna go out. No, because if I let all the horses in, then Poncho, see, the horses are anxious already to get in. Suede, Suede, chill. Chill, you gotta chill, bro, okay? You gotta chill. All right? Stop following me, Suede. Suede's the leader, so if I go over here to try to help Poncho, okay, now we're okay. Hey, Poncho, it's okay. It's okay. Let's fix your blanket, shall we? Okay, so, thanks for that, Suede. Looks like Poncho has, wow, 2 loose straps. Looks like his tail strap is broken and his belly strap unhooked, which would lead to that conundrum. Hey, Poncho? Oh my goodness, you guys are so anxious this morning. Suede, chill, bro. Will you let me pet you now? You let me pet you now? It's okay. Here they come, Scoots. Wow, okay, edgy poncho. Edgy. There goes Suede. And Spitfire. Skywalker. All right, Danny's got a limp. Obi. Telling Danny what's what. Interesting. Samson. Duke. Gavin. Hey, Weather. Good morning. Archer. Good morning. Argento. I like the blanket. Wow. Nice green. Hey, Tucker. Casino. Walking good. That's what we're talking about. Sriracha making his way in. Declan. I'll hop out of your way. There you go, gentlemen. Last but not least, we got Poe making his way up. Gavin also swept all the aisleways, and all the excess hay is on the edges. So the horses are naturally scared of hay. And for anybody that deals with horses on a daily basis, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But that's all the horses. Poe's making his way to the stall now. We got a couple that are limping. Most of them we already know about. I'm gonna check our boards just to make sure. And then we'll get started on daily care. Not to mention, we also have to take a round bale out. Fun stuff, huh, Scoots? With all of the horses in the stalls, they're all eating their breakfast. And if I were to get started on daily care too soon, well, some of them might not finish their breakfast. We'll catch them while they're eating it. We gotta make sure they eat everything. We're gonna head out into the pastures. I'm gonna update you guys on some things that have happened in the pastures that is a little crazy. Well, it's sprinkling out here, so I apologize if there's a little bit of a smudge on the lens. We're out here in the middle field, and you guys know we had a tree fall down. Gavin and I worked together on clearing that up. We had 4 more trees fall down. You can see one branch fell down in the big field there, and this whole tree fell down. Gavin and my dad worked on clearing the whole thing up, and they did a great job. It appears that we had some straight line winds blow through the area. Thankfully, no structural damage, but we had a lot of trees fall down. This is another tree. This is one that fell, and this was actually that's not our property. This is the property line right here, so it fell actually further into the woods, right behind our pile of firewood, interestingly enough. So that happened. And then actually up in our riding arena, a big tree fell. This is a tree that's been here for years, and it fell right in here. Gavin and my dad cleaned all of that up. You can see they just threw it right over the fence, which is why they were able to do it so quickly. With the other trees, we cleaned it up and then we actually took it and piled it somewhere. This was more of a we need to get the tree cleaned up as soon as possible kind of job. Right, Scoots? All right, let's see what we got for rain. Look at that, 1.5 inches. 1.5 inches of rain. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Well, we already have hay taken care of. Everything is taken care of with the exception of daily care. That is gonna be a big job for today. So let's head on in and see how those horses are looking. Okay, so before we glove up, let's see here, what do we got? Rocky and Buster look the same. Fly spray is the same. Even though we are getting into fall, we're not stopping fly spray yet. As a matter of fact, with how wet things are and with us going into fall, ticks are going to be a real problem. So we'll have to keep our eyes peeled to see if the horses have any ticks. And we also want to make sure we're fly spraying them because that fly spray does help minimize and prevent ticks getting on the horses. Okay, now for the juicy stuff. Looks like for Argento, Skywalker, and Casino, we are adding Durasol to the hoof hardener for Wednesdays. Weather has Thrush on his right rear. Limping, Archer, Sriracha, Skywalker, and Danny. Well, holy moly, that's a lot of stuff. I'm probably going to be walking back and forth to these lists quite a lot today. Now, I imagine most of these horses will have it, but just in case, grab a hoof hardener. Durasol, that seemed to be the main thing. Hoof hardener and Durasol. I didn't see anything for scratches, actually. Hoof hardener, Durasol, hoof hardener, Durasol, hoof hardener, Durasol, hoof hardener, Durasol. Yeah, okay, I did. That is true. Okay, good. No thrush. Weather has that. Well, that's exciting. So instead of treating rain rot and scratches, we're actually going to be treating all hoof-related things. So, slightly different. Hey, Jack. What's up, good looking? Yeah, we're working on your front legs, huh? Now, Jack is a very minimal maintenance horse. He actually does a really good job of staying healthy. He doesn't like to stay in the swamps, so he keeps his legs pretty good. Great horse, actually. Love taking care of him. So what we're gonna need to do, we're gonna be adding hoof hardener, which is, you guys have seen that, getting painted on those front hooves. Oh, come here, Jack. Whoop. We've got to clean out the hoof. Lots of fun stuff in here. Wow. Okay, the frog, I apologize for the lighting. There we go. Nice good looking hoof. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this Durasol and add it. We're gonna go right along, right where the shoe would go. We're gonna concentrate on the back. There we go. Looks like nice purple goodness there. Jack, can I have your other hoof, please? Oh, look at you're so friendly, you know that? Wow, this stuff's been packed in here, so this is good to get out. This stuff being packed in here could cause some problems, so. Now, when the horses run on dry ground, this all naturally just falls right out. But because it's so wet, it stays packed inside their hooves, which means that he could get a stone bruise, which could lead to an abscess. He could get thrush, which is an infection of the frog. All no-nos. So we want to make sure we get every little nook and cranny cleaned, brushed out. And then what we're going to do is we're going to add those disinfecting materials to make sure that there's no bad bacteria here on the hoof. He was limping, which is why we're treating it the way we are. He's on the mend. We just need to make sure he stays on the mend. Okay, well that was the back of the hoof. Now we need to clean the front of the hoof. So I need to take this brush and we need to... Oh yeah, but you didn't know horses get pedicures. Or is it a manicure? I know you guys know which one's the feet, so let me know. Either way, he's getting one of them. Now, important when we're putting the hoof hardener on that we don't go right up here where the coronary band is. Oh, hi Jack. Curious what I'm doing? I'm just painting your hooves, you know? Nothing crazy. Yeah, it's like a spa day. Good stuff. Gotta make sure we get back on those heels, or the back part of the hoof, because that area is under a lot of pressure as well. And sometimes the way horses stand, it's easy to miss those back areas, you know? So that's the gist of what we're doing with the with the Durasol and the hoof hardener. So I'm doing that on a lot of horses, and I think Jack was just an excellent contestant to show you guys that. Now we are over here with Gavin, and you can see Gavin has a nice sheet on, so it would be easy to assume that he actually doesn't need any fly spray. However, the ticks will jump on his legs and crawl right up, and they'll go in these areas in here where there's lots of body heat, and then they'll chill right up in his armpit and start sucking away. So it's important that we make sure that his legs are sprayed. There we go. It's a little bit simpler because we're not covering the whole body because of course he has a sheet on, but that's why we still fly spray them in the fall. Got to keep those ticks off of them. Well, good news guys, all of the horses' daily care is cared for. So everything's wrapped up with all of them. Gave you guys a good idea of what we did with all those horses. As for the pastures, they actually look pretty decent. Happy with it. We still have grass growth. Everything is still looking pretty good. The middle field and the big field where they are eating hay is a little muddy. Probably will be cleaning that up with the tractor this week. For now, that's just about all that we really can do to keep them going. Keeping them in the barn really isn't an option. They'll completely destroy the barn. Once they get a taste of being out in those big pastures, they don't want to go back. And with that, I will leave you guys here watching the horses get a nice drink of water before they head back out into the field. When we get a lot of rain and a lot of moisture, the horses getting a lot of it from the grass that they're eating, which means they're not as thirsty, so they don't drink as much. But we still got to make sure that things are topped off and full, so when they are thirsty, it's there for them. All right, Leia, all the horses are out except for Skywalker. Get him out. Get him out. Good girl. A few videos ago, I showed you guys Leia doing her job, getting the horses out of the lower ring, and I noticed a couple comments saying that that's how Leia will get hurt. Guys, she's been doing this for 10 years now, and to answer your question, has she ever been bitten? Yeah. Has she ever been kicked? Yeah. I've seen her get kicked and go from one side of the aisleway clear to the other side of the aisleway, bounce off the stall door, and get right back in line and continue pushing the horses out. She loves this job. This is why she is here. If I didn't let her do this, oh, it'd break her heart. It's one of her favorite things to do here at the stable. But she's never been seriously injured. And she knows enough to read the horse's body language. The amount of times I've seen her go for a horse and then she'll randomly jolt right, and then the horse will kick right where she was a second later. So she's really good at reading their body language and knowing when they're about to kick or bite. She bobs and weaves through it and continues to push them out. So much so that the horses generally, as you saw with Skywalker, just listen to her and go out because they've been used to her doing this, like I said, for the past 10 years. All the horses are out. They're all enjoying their beautiful, cloudy fall day. I am excited for our fall color showing up. That'll be nice and good to see. Well, we're gonna take a little bit of a midday break for lunch, and then we're going to clean the barn, clean all the stables, and then get things set up for our exciting afternoon. With all the horses in, we're going to let them eat, and then once they're done eating, we gotta turn out, all except for how many horses? 7?
7.
7? All except for 7. 7 are gonna be staying by and getting floated. By the way, how are you doing?
I'm doing great.
You look pretty good.
Thank you.
How's the arm? You noticing any improvements in mobility? Any changes?
I got a really good checkout today.
Awesome. That's good to hear. So when can you start feeding horses? Make things a little easier on me.
Real soon.
Like 4 months?
No, I can't wait that long.
Well, we'll make sure that you're taking your time and you're getting a slow recovery. I'm happy to feed as long as needed to make sure that you get that arm back to 100%.
So are you starting to miss me yet, Joel?
Yeah, I'm starting to miss you. Okay, guys, so in order to make sure that the horses are all good for floating, we're actually taking their sheets off. One for the vet is going to be doing a checkup on more than just their teeth, giving them a good wellness check. And also, they don't need their sheets on tonight. I think I'm doing a blanket change tomorrow, not tonight. So for the horses that are being kept in, all 7 of them, which I think we just got George added to the list, so now it's 8. So all 8 of them, they're going to be naked tonight. We'll get these guys ripped right off and ready for the veterinarian, who should be here in about 11 minutes.
Okay, so I was watching the horses come in.
Jess, are you good with taking Jack's blanket off, or would you like me to take care of that? Never mind.
Sorry, yeah.
Disregard everything I said.
Sorry if I messed your video up.
No, you're fine. You're fine. Look at Tucker enjoying, neat fact, his original stall when he was here way back when. Kind of crazy to think about, eh, Tucker? That's why he was able to pick it up so quickly. He's like, oh, this is... Attaboy, Tucker. We are actively turning out all the horses. The vet still not here, actually running a little bit behind schedule, which is good because I'm running behind schedule. So it's working out nice. Horses are getting a drink. So it's important to have your teeth on your horses checked routinely. And if those points start showing up and the horses are starting to lose weight, that's a good sign that their teeth needs to be floated, which is filing down those points so everything is back to being level and balanced inside their mouths. So that's what's happening today. Common question, how are the horses okay with you sticking a file inside their mouth? Don't horses bite? Yes, they do. And so a lot of the horses are actually getting tranked. They're getting a dose that is not so much that they can't stand, but it's enough that, you know, they feel pretty good. You know, they're feeling pretty nice. It's no big deal that you're sticking this giant float inside my mouth and filing down my teeth. Honestly, life feels pretty good right now, is what I imagine they'd think when they're in that situation. So I hope you guys are excited because you're gonna see some tranked horses here. And it's pretty funny. Jack is already completed, and you can see kind of like how mild the tranquilizer is on him. But he was good. He was good. What the vet uses is this little piece of machinery here, which is metal and leather, and it's basically a bridle that goes on their head, and it holds their mouth open and allows her to go inside with a file. You can see with the handles there, and float down the teeth as needed. The veterinarian is currently working on the next client's horse, which is Declan. And you guys know that Declan has been getting a lot of medicine to try to help him with his walking, so she's going to be floating his teeth as well as figuring out if that medicine did its job. I don't want to interrupt the veterinarian while they're talking with the owner, but Declan's being good. And you guys know Kirsten. Kirsten is Suede's owner. You've seen Kirsten trotting, loping, jumping, all of the above. Kirsten always likes to volunteer her time and come down and help us anytime we're doing any horse-related activities, so.
It's fun.
Okay, well, we ended up actually having some camera problems right when it comes down to the horses going to the dentist. So this was supposed to be regular film, not time warp, and there's also not supposed to be horse snot on the lens. But both of those things ended up happening, and we're gonna make do with what we got. Basically, our veterinarian going in with a file and filing down the tops of the teeth that have gotten to be too pointed or uneven in their mouths. And the way that this happens is that their teeth, when they are born, are extremely long. And as they grow and mature, they wear down those teeth. As those teeth wear, sometimes they can wear unevenly. She has to be careful because though their teeth continue to go out of their gums, they only have so much. It's not like they're regenerating new teeth. So there's a delicate balance that's involved here.
Okay, if you want to peek, actually, do you want to look? Anyone? So actually his bottom teeth aren't bad on that side, so I'm looking off to his left side.
Okay.
And his top teeth, there's a few like waves or points or whatever you want to call them.
So no red flags like a tooth falling out or?
No.
Okay.
Just semi-old teeth, but
Well, he's old.
he comes by them honestly, right?
Yeah, he's an old timer.
Boy, oh my God, boy.
Ended up needing some bigger files, but Tucker is good. All the rest of the horses are good. And Declan got a clean bill of health, a thumbs up. He is as good as he can be for his condition. This is where we're drawing an end to the video for today. I hope that you guys enjoyed getting to see the horses go to the dentist. That's always exciting. If you haven't, don't forget to hit that like button and make sure that you're subscribed to keep up to date on all future horse content, grounds maintenance, family fun, and projects. And as always, I'll see you in the next one.